Here at News 3 Now, we are honoring Black History Month. Every February, people come together to celebrate and focus on the achievements and contributions of African Americans. While it is very hard to name every single person who made a difference in our community, News 3 Now's Kyrian Lee highlights notable achievements of people in Madison and across the state.
Throughout Wisconsin's history, you will find notable Black people who have helped positively toward change and paved the way for generations to come.
There are Black Americans, Black Wisconsinites who have been business owners, entrepreneurs, civil leaders, educators, nonprofit executives, judges, and you name it across the spectrum.
Michael Johnson, president of the Boys and Girls Clubs of Dane County, is among those making a difference in our community. He says while the fight to end slavery and the civil rights movement are an important part of Black history, it goes beyond that.
Like Jay Anderson, who was the first Black barber. So you got people like that who have contributed to the economic engine of the city. You look at William Nolan, who became the first Black candidate for mayor back in 1866 and almost got 45% of the ballot votes back then, which was remarkable during the time.
For nearly 2 centuries, the Black community has played a part influencing and contributing to the greater Madison area and across the state.
You look at 1915, John Hill and his wife opened up the first Black-owned grocery store in Madison. Then you look at Carson Goley, first African-American to have a building named after him. He was a chef back in the 1950s at UW and was the first Black chef in the United States to have their own talk show.
Tuvelle Phillips, the first African-American woman to graduate from the University of Wisconsin-Madison Law School and the first woman and African-American to be elected Secretary of State in Wisconsin, and most recently, the first African-American woman to have an outdoor sculpture on any U.S. state capitol grounds.
And I can go on and on and on, from Barbara Nichols, who was the first president of the Wisconsin Nursing Association, who made history in 1970. I can look at Francis Huntley Cooper, who became the first Black mayor in the state of Wisconsin.
To Richard Williams, who became Madison's first Black police chief. And even looking at today, current Dane County District Attorney Ishmael Ozan is the first African-American district attorney in Wisconsin history. And it doesn't stop there. Inside the walls of the Wisconsin Historical Society on State Street, you'll find more rich Black history on display.
Ezekiel Gillespie was a former slave that moved to Wisconsin in the 1850s, settled in Milwaukee, and he was very interested and a big advocate for Black suffrage in the state of Wisconsin.
He went on to win a Supreme Court landmark case securing voting rights for Black men in Wisconsin. Another Milwaukee trailblazer, Earlene Fuller, set the bar high.
A really good African-American bowler. She started designing clothing for the leagues. She moves towards being a full-time producer and designer of bowling gear.
Looking forward, soon the Center for Black Excellence in Culture, founded by Reverend Dr. Alex G., will provide a space for Madison's Black community and beyond, a place to come together, celebrate excellence, build on innovation and leadership development, and much more. In Madison, Kyrian Lee, News 3 Now.
Wow, Kyrian, wonderful. Thank you. News 3 Now will be celebrating all month long through storytelling on the air and in-depth interviews on our website, channel3000.com.